Welcome back to Cox Connections. The Northern Virginia Technology Council, or NVTC, is the largest technology association in the country. Fitting that it's right here in the Dulles Corridor. Their Veterans Employment Initiative is helping our servicemen and women transition to civilian jobs in our area. Joining us to talk about the Veterans Employment Initiative is retired Navy Captain Steve Jordan, who's the program manager at NVTC. Steve, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks very much for having me here.
Absolutely. Tell us about the goals and the mission of the Veterans Employment Initiative at NVTC.
Well, I would tell you, with a big military, 1.3 million folks, and in the DC area we have about 1,000 transitioning members a week that transition out. So they walk out the gate and they're transitioning to that next stage of their life, whether they've been in for 4 years or whether they've been in for 20 years. And it's challenging. I've walked that walk myself after 30 years in the Navy, and it's greatly appreciated that we can assist the military organizations from any service to help their veterans. Each service has a formal program that they use to prepare a vet to walk out, but to be quite honest, to leverage the capabilities of the civilian sector and meet the services in the middle to help those veterans is just a great thing. So what we do is we provide opportunities to the transitioning service members or the veterans that have already transitioned out or the military spouses to civilian job opportunities, specifically in the tech sector here in Northern Virginia. And then we have a great strong partnership with the Virginia Values Veterans Program with the Commonwealth, and we connect to their employers as well.
So, and NVTC has 1,000 members representing 300,000 employees, so there's a lot of opportunity for hiring with those members.
It's a fantastic opportunity, and so it's a business-driven approach. So where it's philanthropic, and I think the companies really do feel it's the right thing to offer opportunities to transitioning military members. They also realize that the veterans represent a great talent pool and a great source of different skill sets that fit very neatly into most companies. And it doesn't have to be just a tech skill set. All these big companies have business development and HR and admin and logistics. So if you come from a tech background in the military, then you're really tailor-made to join one of the many companies. But our makeup is so broad and diverse that just about whatever skill set a transitioning military member has, we'll find a position for you in one of our 1,000 organizations.
That's great. Tell us about the actual programs.
Well, really, we have 3 programs, each very distinct, but they all weave together to provide a holistic program. First and foremost, we have a great job board, novatechvets.org. It's created, powered, and managed by Monster.com, who also owns Military.com, and they are a significant supporter of the Veterans Employment Initiative. That's a place where a veteran or transitioning service member can go to establish a profile, post their resume. It's got some tools on board, some translation skills where they can take their very unique military skill sets and help translate that into civilian terms that recruiters and hiring managers can understand. And it's also a place where our recruiter force has accounts that they can search really 24/7 for the veterans and the transitioners that meet their skill sets. So with that as a backdrop, working 24/7, we utilize that to connect with veterans and recruiters, and every other month we have a recruiting day event where we'll bring together 8 to 10 to 12 companies, and it's a bit like speed dating. So instead of a typical job fair, what we do is we bring no more than 6 veterans to a table. They'll have a personal interaction with the recruiter of 15 to 20 minutes long. The recruiter has already seen their resume, so there could have been a connection made even beforehand through a screening process. And then after 20 minutes, the veterans will stay, and the recruiters will move on, and they'll do that 10 to 12 times, and it's a great event.
That's fabulous. I know you've had a lot of success already, but tell us, how can our viewers learn more about the great work of the Veterans Employment Initiative at NVTC?
They can certainly go to our website, nvtc/veterans.org. They can also follow us on Twitter at NVTCVEI, as well as they can also contact me. I'm happy to, either they can refer a vet, or if they know a company that's hiring vets, I'm happy to connect with them as well.
Great, and I know you have some special events that support the initiative throughout the year as well, and that's all on the website.
It is on the website, and we have a shooting clays tournament which benefits the VEI later in July.
Great. Steve Jordan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. We have more Cox Connections coming up.